Alright, here we go. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic Lesson Non-Classics. This is episode number 3487, Doubleshot number 3381. Yeah, I'm going through all these Comic Corners. I had 6 overall today to work on, so this is the second to last one. You have one more ready to go. Do it. Hopefully I can do next. So we have, for this one, the two most recent trades released. For these two Swix series. This one actually had just been released in the app, and it wasn't ordered. Then I put a hold on it, and eventually was suspended because again time. But that day I did actually get it. We have King Spawn Volume 7, which collects issues 37 to 42 of King Spawn. Yet this book feels like basically something that would be in the main Spawn series because Terry Fitzgerald basically appears in this book. Yeah, for the whole thing of being King Spawn, it doesn't feel like a King Spawn book. It feels like regular Spawn, just taking place. Plus, also because Tom McFarlane writes it. But this book overall is still enjoyable to read. It feels like we're just maybe continuing some stuff from the main Spawn series. That's presuming my part. I haven't read any Spawns in main Spawn in a while. I mean, I'm pretty much caught up with all the trades released. But of course, we have Roy McKeever on the co-writing duties with Yadri Kenner in the artwork. Yeah. So, and we have basically Al Simmons here working with a cyber gorilla. Yes, a cyber gorilla to take on various different threats throughout this whole book. And he's working with, well, he's here without his chains, so this is kind of in a way. I think the King Spawn, if I remember correctly, I think it's supposed to be Al Simmons from the future. And mostly puts him in present day, tries to just do stuff. And there's no power scale meter in this book. Yeah. But the book overall is fantastic. Loved it. Give the book roughly a 9 out of 10. Next up we have is Witchblade by Margaret Bennett, Volume 3. I was planning to do this one for the thumbnail, but because of this look, you look at this, yeah, you too might mistake this look as Witchblade being butt naked. It's a slightly different look. I definitely say, yeah, that's Witchblade. It's different from the classic look, but I'm fine with it. Contains issues 13 and 18 of Witchblade Volume 3. Yes, Volume 3, ladies and gentlemen. Which means that basically now the series at this point has now put out, let's see, because the final issue of the previous volume was 15, that brought up to about 200, and this book here brought up to basically 218. And we even have stories, names, Stars, Ghost of Tom Joad, Jungle Land, The River 30th anniversary issue, I think like 30 years since debut of Witchblade, Badlands and Ruins. A book starts out basically where Ian Irons, I think his name is, where he steals the Witchblade, rips off Sarah's arm, and he tries to become the host of the Witchblade itself, but it doesn't accept him. And eventually she does get the thing back. It's like, oh yeah, you gotta have the Angelus, all this other stuff in order to become the thing of the Witchblade. Now, you're thinking, what the heck is the Angelus? It is one of the other objects and Jews in the original Witchblade universe, and yeah, they brought it here. Of course, also Jackie Esposito, who is still the Darkness in this continuity, who, by the way, starts to have a connection to, and Sarah's here standing up, with one arm, and takes back the Witchblade. And the Darkness is Jackie's here fighting off a dragon. Of course, then she has like snakes come out of what used to be her arm. There's a vision of him, Ian Irons, becoming, well, the host Witchblade. And then all of a sudden, then the Witchblade itself makes a new arm for her, and combined with the power, she basically defeats him. So of course, Ian comes in. Ian Nottingham, I think his name is, but I can't remember the guy's name. Kenneth Irons. That's his name, Kenneth Irons. Excuse me. So basically, she's here with I think it's her partner. I think it is. I think his name is Michael's. Like she's with him, and of course, then she's her mentor, and then Maya's here, and then we see Jackie. He wakes up, and the first thing he said is Sarah, and the woman he just had sex with says, "That's it, I'm out." Yeah, he's thinking about Sarah. And then we have the debut of this brand new look for Sarah Pacelli as the Witchblade. It's a very unique look. Because if you've ever seen the original look, it looked like basically like barely bikini armor. There have been later looks of the Witchblade where it completely covers the body head to toe. We're only exposing just her face and maybe her chest. This look it's like the artist basically took inspiration from the classic look and just modernized it. Still has the thing, of course, they have jewels on her chest. Some covering show the fact that Sarah Pacelli's got abs. And that was issue 13. Yep. Now, also the thing with this Witchblade book, this is a reboot of the original continuity of Witchblade. It is not part of the original continuity at all. It's a separate continuity where Sarah Pacelli becomes, of course, Witchblade. I've always felt as though that not the original issues for Witchblade. I kind of felt as though that the past issue 80 is where it got more interesting. From what I can tell with the book. Of course, I pretty much have read a lot of the original volume yet. Anyways. Yeah. No, this is not Gleason. This is a different guy. Gleason, I believe in the original continuity, actually started to date Sarah. But he's not the one who got her pregnant in the original continuity. It was Jackie. Yes. Which at this point they have not interacted. Though I do know that Jackie's getting his own book as The Darkness, which is a revival of the Darkness book. Which last time it was Darkness book published, it ended a weird ending. With issue 116. Kind of a weird number to end at for, especially since they had just brought back the original continuity. The original numbering for the book. And then the book just ends. Yes. Though I haven't finished reading, I have read the original issues, the 40 issues, second, third volume, but I haven't finished going through the legacy numbering for the book. So Sarah looks like goes to a crime scene, meets a woman named Marlisa Barzero, who's they just interrogate her, and then Sarah keeps Witchblade under control because of something going with her. And basically I follow her to this weird alleyway, all this graffiti. Yeah, and of course, then we have a guy basically look like stuff on his body, and then of course, in her Witchblade armor, she takes out her gun and sees not the darkness, it's this weird three-headed creature who's killing the guy, and of course, then, for some weird reason, it bites her. One panel looks like it actually kisses her, but it's really weird. And then it turns out it has more than 3 heads. It has like 5. And she takes out one of them, crushes. Then she, of course, turns on the sprinkler. And of course, basically, they get her away. And then, of course, you have a guy pull up to the courthouse in New York City. Where then, of course, we have one of the statues basically attack him. Yes, the Justice statue attack him. Yeah, which basically statue proceed to kill the defense attorney, which was not. If I can tell, it seemed like it was not for like person. Of course, you have Lisa brought him to her grandma. And then Sarah proceeds to kind of almost break into her room by sneaking in the window, like, yep. And a mini alligator, and of course they have a connection to each other. Not romantic per se, but basically on a spiritual level. Yeah, and kind of in a way, she kind of becomes basically like her supernatural expert, kind of. Yeah. So, yeah. And we have a new detective transfer from California here. And no, he is not. Marguerite has not become a Sarah's partner. Yep. Level the dragon, of course, basically it's like. Then we have like this new guy's badge has become a dragon, starts biting him, starts scratching his face, like if Sarah basically gets the guy down, but he's like bleeding from the throat, he barely survives. Yeah, protect me. What the? Are you? Oh crap! Then Sarah fights this creature again, bites her once again. The guy nearly dies. And then we have 30th anniversary issue. Yep, 30 years of Witchblade. And it's like 14, and you would think like an anniversary issue that might do something. It just continues the main story. You know what would be nice? Bringing back the original writer, Mark Silvestri. Yeah, then of course, then Lisa goes with Sarah to this look like underground area. Yeah, then of course, basically, his grandma's brought in for some reason, and basically, then the cameras surrounding this one become the demons, and looks like they're trying to take a picture or something. Make you bleed and. Yeah. And we have various people look like they were captured, look like they were stripped down to their underwear, and look like they might be sacrificed inside of a church. And then we see the stained glass become alive, attack Sarah. And the statue come alive again. Of course, Sarah fights them off. Fights a Fortnite. And then this whole cathedral comes on fire. Sarah's fighting off against freaking demons. The place is on blaze. And then of course you see this this mural of looks like to be like a woman. I don't know, maybe someone praying, and then of course thing gets really possessed, and then it gets wiped away. And it plays with some weird kid stuff, and of course everything wraps up in a nice little bow for the story, and then she becomes basically like, and then Lisa sticks around. Maybe called Possible Witchblade. And then ends with 9 HUD passive mode target acquired. And then we have a 9. Aphrodite 9. Yeah, it's a character from the original Top Cow timeline that they decided to create a new version of her, and that's her at the end of it. Yep. Pretty interesting book, what it is. I give the book roughly a 9 out of 10. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, notifications. Well, I think I'll save the second comic corner, last comic corner, where did it go? I'll save it for later. Okay. When I go through their stuff. Okay, thanks, you. Bye.